trying to be like...
That's what the doctor said. Just one pill and the rash goes away.
No. We're starting the stream, dude. Be quiet.
Oh.
See, it says stream will start soon. We're looking professional. Pretty cool. I'll probably get hit for this music.
Oh no, what's music
No,
from?
I made sure that it was royalty free and everything, so...
I got hit for the red tea commercial. Oh, okay, let's start this thing.
Yeah, I know, that's...
Sorry.
Aluminum Sport.
Aluminum Spork. What is... crap, I boomered that. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sporking News Podcast. This is our Monday show. Right now, we are calling that Aluminum Spork. And right now, we are talking about Ancient Apocalypse, which is Graham Hancock's show on Netflix. And we are on episode 6 after a couple weeks off for the holidays. But joining me tonight is the lovely Tina Bojan. How are you?
I am just fine. Glad to be here. Not so happy it was a Monday morning, but you know, we all got to work.
We all got to work. Yes, I hear you on that. And it was a rough one getting up today. I could not, I usually get up at 4 a.m. And I slept in till 5:10. Still was 20 minutes early for work because I hate being late, but it was weird. MrGrantGregory might be frozen, might not. We don't know. How are you, Mr. Grant?
I'm doing good for a Friday, but unfortunately it's only a Tuesday, so...
Well, that's always good. Just want you to know, Boosh McFadden swore he thought that was a dank nug in the thumbnail. No, it was not. That dank nug actually was Serpent Mound, and we will be talking about that tonight's show. But we have him here. We have One Man Show, always showing support. Love One Man Show. Thank you very much. Keely Chow, going back from the beginning, always showing the props. We lost him. I knew that was going to happen. I always say Mr. Wong's name wrong. Juan? How do you say his name? I am so bad with names, Tina. Is it Juan?
I'm very, very bad with Asian names, and that's horrible. But you know, I come from a Slavic background, so I can Polish the shit out of anything.
Yeah, I come from a learning disabled background, so I can barely do the English language myself. But I love you, and you always do it hyphenetically, and then 2 weeks later, I forget how to say it. But you are awesome. You're always here. Alex is always here. How you doing, Alex? Ahoy. Looking for a quarter slot to insert coin. Wait a minute. Spork is demonetized. It's been that way since September, and a lot of you have been getting billed for my memberships, which I haven't had since September. So if you have, you should be asking for a refund. Just tried to remonetize with YouTube, and they came back pretty quick telling me I'm using reused content, which is wrong. So we're going to have to work on that. I only have 2 more tries, and then I am permanently demonetized, and I'll have to start a new channel or something. So that's a lot of fun. But Monkey Jeebus is here. Streambot is working. So I should probably put that link in the chat, so you guys, if you want to tip, don't have to, but if you like to help out the channel, it always helps me out. And maybe I'll get it. I'm really a little nervous I won't be getting monetization back, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do, you know? So here I'm gonna put, go ahead, please.
I see you're back up over 5,000 for how long that lasts.
Yeah, this one seems pretty solid, actually. So I guess I am at 5,000. So September 21st, the Saturday dump, will be having a birthday and 5K stream. Hopefully have a guest or two on there, some bigger names if they like to show up. Be great. Is Serpent Mound a euphemism for my crotch? It could be. It could be. Thank you, Grant. Hopefully you get back with us at some point. There's the fine tipping jar right there if you like. But we'll get, and E. Clay's here too. So thank you for the people watching here on Rumble and on Twitch. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. But Grant will be back in about 10 minutes, so we'll start talking. Okay, here we go. The people in the old country could never say my name right either, so don't feel bad. It's Jin, right? Or Quinn. Qui-Gon Jinn. Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn. Oh, it's Jin. I'll remember that. Qui-Gon. I can never say Qui-Gon Jinn. That's the first time I've said that. So that's pretty cool. I always have to have other people say it first. That's awesome. That just worked out. So, Grant, are you with us?
Yes, and it's Jin Wong.
Jin Long. Thanks.
Wong.
Wong, you son of a gun.
Hey, Jin could be long. We don't know.
I'm guessing Jin is long.
My man.
All right, so we are talking. Yeah, way to get me monetized again, right? No, don't worry about it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We'll figure something out. That really would suck, though. You don't notice how awesome it is to be monetized till it's gone.
I've never been monetized.
You've never
on
been
any of my channels.
Are you serious?
Yeah, never been monetized.
Wow, that blows my mind, kind of, dude. I always assumed you were monetized. Oh,
no,
loser.
when I first went for on my original channel, when I was first bringing it in, my content was deemed not appropriate for public audience. Was there one, and I had no idea why. All I was doing was Lost reviews.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, man.
Yeah. But apparently, yeah, they don't like people doing retro reviews of Lost. So.
Of Lost.
Of Lost, yeah.
Wow, that is nuts. What up, Soul Assassin? Thank you for being here, mod of mods. I appreciate it, my friend. All right, so we're going to talk episode 6, which we usually start talking about, and then we talk about every other episode too. It's just kind of how it works. But episode 6 was about the Americans' lost civilization. Talks a lot about the mounds, which he talks about this like prior to 2010. Schools weren't teaching anything about, anything other than we came across the Bering Strait land bridge, or Bering Sea land bridge. And, we, migrated down, which we're proving now because of Clovis and things or pre-Clovis.
Pre-Clovis, yeah.
Pre-Clovis. We're finding out that wasn't true, that people were already here. Not a lot of information about that out there. A lot of people actually suppressing archaeologists that talk about it, but they can't unprove it now. So that's a good thing. But I didn't know in Americas even there were mounds until I was old enough to do my own research. I don't know about you guys.
I found out about mounds about 5 weeks ago when we had our first discussion about mounds.
Really?
I didn't know you had anything like that. And yeah, you showed me this one, and you showed me another one, and yeah, it's weird for me to assume that you wouldn't have anything, but I never thought about it.
Yeah,
more so than anything.
Yeah. What about you? I was about to say Sherry and Lisa because I was looking at their names. Sorry, Tina. What about you?
I first learned about the mounds in junior year of high school. I took an anthropology course, and we learned about the mounds, obviously, in the class, and then we took a trip to that Cahokian mound in Illinois.
Okay.
And that was pretty cool. I mean, we didn't get to go to like the cool archaeology stuff, but in the surrounding fields that were owned by, area farmers, they would till the soil at the beginning of planting season, and then they'd let all the budding, archaeologists come and walk through the soil and try and find the artifacts.
Oh, like maybe sift through it?
Yeah, exactly. So you'd find arrowheads and all kinds of things like that, just kind of up on the top, unearthed from the previous year. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. That
is cool. Hey, everybody. Author Stephen Walton is here. Stephen is trying to hit 2K. I believe Stephen is only 6 away from 2,000. So if you guys can please, maybe just if you have not checked out Steven will share your own link, buddy. This is Steven.
Just give him a pity sub.
Yeah, please. This is my friend Steven. He's a good guy. He's getting there. That is actual picture of him I took when we met in Virginia. We were at like a Renaissance fair or something. I can't really remember.
See, I think that's a fake picture because his hair's never looked that good.
It is pretty nice, right? But those are real tears. Those are real tears.
Okay,
yeah.
That's all right then.
But he is working at 2K, and it'd be awesome if you guys could help him get back there because I think he was there once before he lost his ever-loving mind, and now he's back.
He won a race for someone to get to 2K first, if I remember correctly.
He did. I don't know if that's true. I believe I beat him to 2K, and now he has no proof that he beat me there. So I know I beat him to 5K or 3K, 4K, and 5K.
You should race him to 6K.
Yeah. Let's race to 6K. Walton, you know anything about this stuff? If you do, we can get you on and you can beg people for subscriptions.
Hey, you know what? I believe there were a few trees right along Serpent Mountain, so I'm sure Steve knows something about it.
He loves those trees.
For a dialect, or was a diatophiliac? Yeah.
How do you say it? I think I read
Dendrophiliac.
Yeah, dendrophiliac. I think I read about, is that Cahokia? The one you said?
Yeah, Cahokia. It's Cahokian Mound.
Cahokian and Serpent Mounds. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was a total nerd. He said, Nick, how old are you though? Because like I graduated in 95 and I was a history like buff. I loved history. I wanted to be a history teacher until I found drugs. And then No, that was later on. But I would love to hear it because I took courses, Native American courses in college. I took one archaeology course, but that was a little bit different because it was more of the old world. But still, like, no one ever brought up the mounds. Like, I knew of Serpent Mound because, I went to school in Pittsburgh, so everybody knew of Serpent Mounds. I knew there was a couple more, but Graham Hancock says there was like 1 million, and now we're down to like maybe 100,000 still, which is insane, but 1 million mounds. Like, and they weren't just ceremonial burial grounds. That's what blows my mind. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you guys think.
I just thought it was horrible to think that so many of them would have been destroyed, even in within the last century or two. You figured we would have known a little bit of something about archaeology, considering the long history of Europe and North Africa and all of that. But one of the videos I saw in relation to Serpent Mound mentioned other mounds throughout North America, and specifically one of them in Ontario, Canada, which, if I remember correctly, they said that they leased the ground to a power company or a cell phone company.
Okay.
And they literally dug through the head of the serpent to...
Are you kidding me?
Yes, to erect their structure.
Oh my God.
But it kind of shows you a little bit when they talk about how the acoustics and the energy and the what do you call it? When things attract other things.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, did that cell tower get better or worse reception afterwards?
That's a good question. They didn't mention that.
Yeah. Wow, I never knew that. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That is crazy. Well, they are the oh God, what is it? Acoustic? It's not. It's
magnetism.
Oh my God, we are
dumb.
dumb.
What I was trying to think of.
That's why I only have 5K, because I am dumb. Magnetism. That makes so much sense. But no, like even these mounds, like Poverty Point, never heard of it until I think I was talking to Jayne, because I believe Jayne's been to Poverty Point. But I've never knew of Poverty Point until this show, which is kind of weird. Yeah, have you been there?
Nope, same thing. I had never heard of it before either.
Yeah.
This might be a surprise, but I haven't been there either.
No, really? That's crazy. Oh, really? You got to inspect some mounds when I worked at a strip. Okay. Many mounds were destroyed or paved over by farmers. That is correct. Jin Wong. I don't know if you guys knew how to say his name. What if the ancient mounds were like Ice Age flat screen TVs? Once a town has one, everyone in town wants to build one. I mean, valid point. Like once one group started, everybody else felt like they needed to do it.
Yeah, and then you get these boring guys like, but I've got a little CRT. I don't need to look at the stars. I can just lie on my back in the grass. And like, dude, you've got to experience it. It's like 4K, but for the stars.
Okay. Whatever was considered ancient man was still very intelligent. Remained. Okay. Well, I get that. Creation. Excuse me. I cannot say that word. Sorry, Nick. A creationist home. So while you disagree on the dating, the belief that whatever was considered ancient man was still very intelligent. I believe that too. So no matter how old you think the world is, what ideology you follow, I think we were taught, like when I was in school, it was like 80,000 year old men. We only went back 80,000 years, they told us. And we did nothing until, about 10 to 9,000 years ago. And then we started, maybe we can cultivate stuff and herd animals and let's build cities. And, it just doesn't make sense, even that short of a period of time. But they're finding remains that are going back 250 to 300,000 years. And you're trying to tell me man has never thought of the ideas we have thought of? I can't believe it. I don't know about anybody else.
It's not. Yeah, it's. I think the common misconception is that they were stupid. They just didn't have access to as much knowledge as we had. It didn't mean that they weren't intelligent in their own way.
Oh, guys, I sent him the wrong link. He tried it. Damn it! Now I got to send him the real one. All right, here we go.
You sent him to the backstage one. Yeah.
I sent him my stream elements. I'm trying to tell you to tip me before you come on. Mounds, I don't know. What do you guys think the mounds are? Because they're saying they're not burial sites, a lot of them. Are they, oh God, not a planetarium. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, like an observatory.
Observatory. That's exactly what I was going to say. For astrology, for the movements of the stars and the planets. It's hard to believe that they don't have something to do with it. I mean, a snake that's that big, you can't tell it's a snake from the ground. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It must be a snake. You see it from the sky.
That's Walton.
He says, you want to come on the show? Do you know anything about this? And he sends me a link to his stream element. It's like, go pay me.
Well, you got to pay me first. Here, let me
I'm making more money than you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I can't help but notice there isn't a tip.
Yeah. Let me give him full screen. Introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm author Stephen Walton, son of a bitch. Hi.
Yeah. I mean, really, guys, you see a difference?
My hair is actually my hair there is better.
Yeah, it is better. We said that. Look at you with the little swoosh. What, did you plan that?
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm growing my hair out again. I'm going through another midlife crisis. Last time I fell into a sarlacc pit, but I crawled out, and now I'm just going to grow my hair.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm looking.
You look like a... Go ahead, Tina.
I would say that's all right. Cowlicks are like hot. So
Yeah. That's what...
Thank you. Man,
yeah.
Thanks. I like Tina. I'm like,
yeah. Don't.
No, guys, thank you so very much. Appreciate you. I'm just a few away from 2,000 again for the third time. I'd like to actually get over that hump and keep going. So if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, come check out Rogue Entertainment. It's on Saturdays. If you want to become a member, we got member streams every week, and intermittent shows in between. In between that, thank you guys. Keep it positive. Support your independent creators out there. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I mean, at least you are monetized,
Yeah.
So,
well,
I mean,
Mr. Falk, congratulations on 5K.
Thanks. Means nothing when you're not monetized.
Well, you will be. Come on,
someday.
Keep your chin up, little guy.
I'm gonna try. I don't know if you see the background now.
Is it? That's pretty. That's nice. That's a nice.
I'm gonna keep that for now on for every Monday show.
Tina brought up Dudrophilia. That's what got me into this whole fucking mess, by the way. Because I said that in front of Nina, and she just was like, "Oh, what does that mean?" And I was like, "It means you have sex with trees," and that was it. It was over from there.
Yeah,
it was over. I do not have sex with trees. Okay.
Wow.
The ears have lots of power.
You even get rejected by trees. Poor you.
I know.
Damn, Greg.
I mean, it could be consensual. At least he has consensual. That's all that matters.
If they can't say no.
Yeah. Well, so long Steve doesn't get any brightly colored scooters. I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I don't know. Is that like a Sweet Chuck reference from Police Academy? Is that what we're going with?
By the way, Walton,
Yeah.
I just posted your link out to a subreddit, and 10 people just said that they subbed. So,
dude, you're the man. Grant, thank you, dude. I love you, brother. Thank
Go
you
check.
So much. I'm gonna go check.
And then maybe he'll cry for a second.
I don't cry. I just get misty.
You know, I gotta say, Grant knows how to get people subs and demonetized.
Damn. Well, that's how we're going. That's how tonight is. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, ancient apocalypse. Who gives a shit? We're all gonna die anyways. So no, but it's. What do you know about this type of stuff? I mean, you are a
Witch?
a Wiccan,
Sure.
a Wiccan,
Oh,
right?
Is that a different thing?
No. I mean, they're warlocks and right warlocks.
No, warlocks.
Wizard.
2001, bro. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much, Grant. 2001.
Space Odyssey.
No warlocks in what I do, and no, I actually I'm very interested in ancient religions, ancient cultures. So that kind of led me into looking at stories. The stories that archaeologists don't follow through on because it might destroy either the work that they've done or the credibility, or they feel as though their credibility. Although I feel like archaeology should be just like any science, should be something that moves with evidence. Like things change over time. All within the scientific community. The way that archaeologists have treated the idea that we had civilizations before the Younger Dryas is insane. There is so much evidence pointing to civilizations that at the very least had agriculture, could build. I mean, what's the Göbekli Tepe? Like there's dated at 10,000 years old. There are places that
12.
12.
12. Come on, jeez. Why are you doing this? That's like amateur. Come on, man.
Oh, my bad. So, but yeah, I'm
starting to sound like mainstream archaeologists there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I just got to run with the norm. Okay, it just took me forever to hit 2K. So
yeah, well, that's true. God, you're pathetic.
I know.
So no, seriously, congratulations on the 2K.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, and thank you everybody who subscribed. I really
Core sampling is not sex.
Oh, that's awesome.
Keck 44.
I am an earth element, so.
Oh, that is to trust the science, guys. And Parrot Head's always here to
brother.
make you feel less about yourself, and I love you for that, my friend.
That's what he does. That, and he mixes it in, Parrot. If you're part of the Parrot Head Network, he does send you very nice pictures of ladies, and then every now and again he'll mix in something that will make you want to circumcise yourself again. So.
Okay, I never felt that, but okay.
Well, actually, I know a guy that can do that. So
yeah. Anyways, let's get back to mounds before I lose my subscribers like you did. So look, I don't even know what to say anymore.
You're a dick.
Oh,
I missed you.
Tina, be smart.
At least this is the point where you turn around and said, "Yeah, I lost my subscribers, but at least I get paid."
Yeah, I mean, you've had that in your back pocket for so long, and you haven't used it, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
I did a lot of dumb shit. All right. It was like, I'm sorry, Tina. Go ahead, please be smart.
No, I was going to say I can't do the highlighting thing, but Nick Levi 86 at 7:21 p.m. His comment was very interesting. An old mentor once told me, "Don't let your schooling get in the way of your education."
Ooh,
right.
That.
That is some deep shit. I like Lisa thinks the mounds are remnants of ancient golf courses. Who can say it's not? You know, like so like the Mayans, everybody has these ancient stories of the flood, all about the same time. And we're finding more and more proof that the sea levels rose very quickly, almost overnight, towards the end of the Younger Dryas, which caused the flood myths. But the Mayans have the cycles, and they said we have been through 5 of these cycles where we get to a certain height as a civilization and then something happens where there's change. So a lot of people thought 2012, oh my God, cataclysm, but change could be an awakening. Change could be more of a spiritual thing, which I think people are getting more, maybe not, I believe people are more spiritual, but also more open to the idea that what we have been taught may not be right.
Yeah. And in 2012, all we got was SJWs. I look at
that was the change. Oh shit!
That was it.
It was also the year they turned CERN on. So,
is it 2012 with CERN?
Really?
Wow, that says a lot. I mean, they're proving time, like different dimensions, and being able to go through time with CERN right about now. Like they have I don't even know what the smallest second could be, but it's that second where they have shown separate universes, almost like multiverse.
I mean, you've got
I could be lying, but I swear I saw that somewhere.
You've got evidence of particles that can exist in superposition.
Yeah.
So that's one particle that can exist in multiple places at the same time.
That's what I meant.
And,
the observed slit test proves that. Just with they shoot one photon of light through two slits, and if it's being observed, it only goes through one. When it's not being observed, it actually passes through both of them.
Right, because it collapses into a wave function. Yeah.
Bosch believes the mounds were like an ancient king of the hill type thing.
If they weren't ceremonial, I believe that they. Okay, one of my theories about ancient civilizations is that they, at least the last great civilizations, they were more in tune with the earth, with the ley lines or dragon lines, whatever you want to call them, the magnetic forces within the earth. I bet their technological track was completely different, probably even more in tune with, with the materials that we have around us, crystals, rocks, and so forth. That we couldn't recognize their technology, even if we were to dig it up, because the components used are so different from everything that we do. Right now, with our technological track, we're using things that have high explosives. That's what we're using in order to propel vehicles, right, to keep things going.
Combustion.
We're using combustion, right? We're using explosions. Yeah. What if the civilizations back then used the natural magnetism of the earth? I mean, that's a theory for ancient Egypt, that's the pyramids were a power plant and the obelisks were transferring power, something similar to what Tesla was working on. But what if these mounds have to do with a network of power or healing or connection with the earth that lent to their technology? That's my theory on it.
I like that. I like the idea, and I've said that quite a few times before, that just because we went in the direction of the combustible engine using fossil fuels doesn't mean ancient civilizations did the same thing. A lot of it is resonance. Everybody has a frequency. Everybody has a certain hertz, we'll say. Right.
And I mean, right now we're coming toward the end of a masculine age. And the ancient civilizations that we know as our ancient civilizations that was a maternal age. That was where. And when you have ages where the divine feminine is more the pronounced energy within a society, you have things that are more in tune with the earth, more intuitive, more caring. And when you are in a masculine age, which we have been in, you have explosions, war, just protection. And that is, I think that as we're going into the next age, the age of Aquarius, I think that going back into the divine feminine, we're going to see a change back to a more
harmonious.
Yes, thank you. Or more harmonious.
I believe we're in the age of Aquarius now, correct?
2150 is officially the beginning. We're at the
end. It is?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to make it to then.
Yeah, we're at the end of.
Well, good luck.
I will.
You can do it. Get monetized again, and just
my whole thing is this. All right, I'll be 47 in a couple weeks. I was born when Halley's Comet came around. I got to at least make it till it comes back. That's every 76 years, right? So
you can do it.
Boom.
Yeah, just, stay away from drugs. You'll be all right. You'll get there.
Yes. What? I remember, yes, you can restore knowledge in crystals. They're actually testing this more and more. Silicon Valley tech companies. Crystals can hold a lot of information. I don't know how they actually do it, but it can actually hold information. I'm going to look that up. You guys.
I think it probably has to do with intention. I mean, a lot of the things that I work with as a Wiccan is, as a spiritualist, is putting intention or into into these stones that I'm using or the gems that I'm using.
Yeah.
Got a rose quartz. Went out, picked up a rose quartz because I need a little bit of healing in my heart chakra, and left it out. Left it out in the moon.
Understatement.
But you work with intention has a lot to do with everything around us. Everything down to the clothes that we wear, how you're feeling during the day, what you're projecting. Are you thankful? Do you feel blessed?
Yeah.
Are you going to get what you have to get? Your personal resonance has a lot to do with what you attract in this life. And I would hope that people who are more earth-based, in ancient societies, would have understood that, been able to utilize various tools around them that people today wouldn't think of.
Right. I mean, we hear ancient stories, and the Higgs boson, that's the God particle, correct?
I believe so. Grant saved me on that.
Yeah, that's the God particle. Is the Higgs boson particle.
Yeah,
it's
that's what they found in
determine gives objects mass.
Right. So I know that. Look, a lot of stories in the ancient world have sound involved in it. There's before the wall came down, there was chanting by the priests. Before this happened, there was a vibration. And I believe that they learned how to use sound, wavelengths, to move objects, to make things lighter. And I'm sorry, you see some of these ancient monuments, mostly like in Peru, and not Bosnia.
Turkey.
I said Bosnia. Turkey.
Sarajevo.
No. What's next to Peru? Bolivia. You see the edging, the cutting of these, the H block monument.
I know what you're talking about.
That looks like it got nuked, like blown up and thrown, scattered by a giant, which someone brought up before. The cuts are like laser accurate, like better than what we could probably do. I don't have
a laser, so it makes sense.
Well, you should get one. A lot of stories about giants around the world. Redhead white giants is one of the big ones in Native American myth. That there were these...
on Netflix. They're portrayed by black women.
Well, of course, angry black woman. Perhaps we don't recognize ancient tech because the laws of physics were different 10,000 years ago. Like how we observe dark energy, dark matter in astronomy. Yeah. One thing I could say about that, I mean, our planet has had different levels of oxygen, nitrogen. Trees used to grow as all of them were like redwoods. I mean, dinosaurs were massive because they were able to grow that big because of the atmosphere.
And trees could grow big because, I hate to say it, but nature likes carbon dioxide.
Yeah, it really does. They like to suck it up. And Walton wasn't around. They had a chance. But, I don't know. These ancient groups, this to me looks like this Poverty Point looks like an amphitheater. The way they had it built prior to, the destruction from farming and cultivation and then trees growing back and probably done over and over again. This is what they believe it looked like. And to me, that's an amphitheater.
That would make sense. I think sound is used in many ancient cultures, for prayer and for healing work.
Right.
That's exactly how it looks to me. You stand in the center of Stonehenge. It's theorized if you stood or played or sung in the center of Stonehenge, it would resonate out along the entire landscape.
Right.
And sound in ancient theories is used to open portals and gateways to other places. So,
right.
I think that's a really interesting theory. I see the same thing there, Scott.
Yeah.
Well, on the site of Serpent Mound, there is a small megalith that's kind of off to the side, and they've tested it, and it sounds like the rock. It appears that the rock has been tuned. Because if you knock it in a certain place, it's because it's lying down on its side now, obviously.
Right.
But if you make a knock at the bottom of the stone, it is amplified near the top of the stone.
Incredible.
Right.
Really neat.
I just want to, Nick, I don't know. That's a valid point, but do you believe they made it to the West Coast? Because a lot of them are Southwest Indians have these legends of the big red-headed giants, and more into also Mexico and more south.
The red-headed mummies in Peru, in the very mountains of Peru, there are mummies with red hair.
Yeah.
So,
But very good point, Nick. Brightest Day is
Yeah,
here. What
definitely.
up? Brightest Day needs somebody that works with what was it? Oh shit.
Don't drop the ball.
What are boats made out of?
Wood.
No, you're right there. You always go to wood.
Yeah, well, it's dependable.
Not
It won't leave me.
Fiberglass. You need somebody who can do some fiberglass work around the area, but I forgot to ask people today. Sorry. I'll ask people today.
He
We're
forgot
from
about
this.
you, Zach.
We're from the same area. Me and Zach. We're cool. We're cool like that. Oh, let's get this tip really quick. Walton's Wooden Willie tip $2.69. I mean, I guess. Congrats on 2K. Hope you branch out in the world and don't leave all us behind. Know where your roots come from. That would be nice. Embark on new adventures and never forget to spread your seed. Wood Fecker.
Hope that is. I can thank you. Whoever. Thank you. That was well thought.
That was powerful.
Quite beautiful. Quite beautiful.
I am done. I'm shelving my seeds for a while. Thank you very much.
Soul Assassin says the time before dinosaurs, the Carboniferous had larger amount. Carboniferous?
Carboniferous.
Very good. Yes.
What is that?
Thank you, Tina.
That sounds like a meat-eating or carbon-eating dinosaur.
Most things eat carbon, dude. Everyone eats it.
Okay, we don't
I don't
eat.
carbon.
Oh yeah, we
I
do
eat
in a way.
freaking
You're
hot
right.
dogs and burgers and shit, man.
You got a valid point. Had larger amounts of oxygen in giant insects. God, I'm stupid at times.
That's why no one smoked back then, because everything would go up in flames.
Yeah.
Point taken.
Come on, you saw a guy make laser cut rocks using other rocks.
Yeah, primitive technology. Have you seen his channel? It's just a guy in Australia in his shorts, and he makes stuff.
I've never seen that.
He's only got like 8 million subs.
Oh, hold on.
Well, I mean, once you're like I'm a YouTuber's YouTuber, so until you're like at my like head level, my space up here, you know, my frequency, I don't notice you.
Hold on. Is that Boosh? Boosh has a channel?
No,
I'm looking for somebody. You said it rocks and lasers.
Boosh has 8 million. I would be begging the guy to come on. I mean, what?
That's a damn shame, Boosh. No, whose channel are we talking about?
Simp. Primitive technology. How many Okay. At least I'm not the slowest one on this channel.
Not
Well,
today.
speaking of primitive technology, I
Yes,
remember
please,
from
let's go back.
I remember from anthropology class, the professor, he used to do this to the boys' hair, thank God, not the girls in class, but he would have these slate arrowheads that were created from, you know...
Slate?
Penises?
Slate, yes. But I mean, they were created by the Native Americans in...
With their penises?
No.
Okay.
And they actually were sharper and more precise than a scalpel.
Wow. But you could tell that they were chipped and like shaved down, correct? Yeah.
Correct.
Volcanic glass, same thing. It's actually sharper. Yeah, down to the mic.
And it's also known to kill White Walkers.
Yes.
Good point.
And
see, now I don't know, because volcanic glass is not obsidian, and I thought that
obsidian. You're right.
And I thought that I thought it was obsidian that they were mining.
My bad, dog.
Yeah, dog. He said. Anywho, ever hear of Stephen Quayle
Yes,
episode from? I do listen to Coast sometimes, but not that one. So I'll have to check it out. Thank you, Marks47. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, man.
In this part here, the part where he says, "Oh, this lines up with the winter solstice. This lines up with the summer solstice." He's pointing to just a random spot where there's nothing there. Like you could legitimately just take 2 points in anything, and like I could literally go out the front of my place and dig a hole and go, "Look, this lines up with this one across here. This lines up with this thing across here." Like. It doesn't like with the snake. It's a little bit more impressive, but with this one here, I was just like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
it didn't make any sense.
Sometimes I think well, his imagination is so. First off, this guy Graham's seeing things on levels that we're not. Some of it
Probably
could be
LSD.
It could be.
Ayahuasca.
Hey man,
sorry.
Tripping helps you.
I'll be right back. You guys keep talking.
Yeah, gotcha, brother. But I mean, So he's looking.
What the hell is this? Why am I you?
I don't know.
What?
God, let me get back to my normal one. There we go.
No, that guy's.
It's like, shit,
Oh, wait a minute, my bad. There we go.
Left his mic on.
That guy is left there.
Ah, crap, not that one. Here we go. I will find it. Hold on. That's not it. Oh, that's for June. Okay.
Totally keep that on.
There we go. All right, now I'm good. I'll be right back.
I forgot where I was. Oh, well,
You're on my panel, dude.
I suppose
Jeez.
will you go do something? So I think he might be reaching sometimes, but he's looking at things through a lens of someone who is investigating this, all the time.
I'm just saying, like my only issue with his stuff is he'll hit us with stuff that's extremely plausible, but then he'll throw in that fantastical sort of thing, like if it lines up here and lines up here, therefore it has to be this. I'm like, do we even know that it was a Colosseum? All things were built like that. I haven't seen any. He didn't mention any other ruins that were found that were shaped in a semicircle. How do we even know that's what it was like?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's a good point to make. I don't know, Tina, what do you think of the theory?
That one's really tough. I agree that the serpent mounds and some other examples, it's easier to see the correlation, the solar and lunar correlations.
Mm-hmm.
But for this particular example, I mean, I don't know, maybe people thought 6 was a sacred number, and that's why there's 6 rows, and maybe the structure was used for a certain celebration, in the middle of a lunar cycle, and that's why it's a half moon shape. I mean,
right.
There's a lot of other things that it could be.
Could have been a megalomaniac who wanted something built so everybody could watch him talk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, at this particular site, if I remember, there were just dozens and dozens of mounds. So it does seem kind of arbitrary just to say, draw a line here, draw a line here. It lines up.
Right. I mean, do you guys think that the mounds all have to do something with? I know that burial grounds are usually the favorite go-to when you're talking about mounds, but do you think that it has to do with honoring the dead or something else?
It's interesting.
Maybe warning off like evil spirits or something along those lines. I'd assume the bigger it is, the more impressive, the more it would be effective, I guess, within their culture.
That's how dicks work. Yeah.
Yeah, usually. That's why the serpent is like a quarter mile long. So
yeah. Well done. I don't know. What do you think, Tina? Do you think it all has to do with the other world, with death, or?
I believe that it goes to the whole, death and rebirth, the whole basically cycle of life. I mean, one of the videos that I was watching regarding Serpent Mound talked about, the altar that was in the middle of the egg shape portion of the mound that, we'll show later on in lots of fun pictures. But apparently it used to have a stone altar. And according to the legend that was passed down through the locals who received it from the Native Americans, or that throughout the year, people would bring egg-shaped stones to the mound, and then would get placed on this altar. And then during one of the solstices, the light would shine directly on this particular temple, and it was supposed to be this is how all the souls of the dead were being then brought into the afterlife.
Wow. Now that is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's a nice mythos. And let's real quick. Nick Levy said breaking news: Sporking is actually 3 other YouTubers in a trench coat.
This has been confirmed.
Brad has confirmed this. Thank you guys very much. Thank you very much, Soul Assassins. Hit the like button and share the stream out, guys. We really appreciate you being here.
Guys, can you think of anything else to talk about?
We were talking about good shit until I had to just start talking to the chat, because
we're talking like egg shapes and rebirth and circle of life.
Big.
We were on point.
The whole serpent thing. When I first saw it, the way in which it was, I assumed it was eating the sun. So like the ancient. Yeah, I'm telling them, darling. Don't worry.
Tell them. She knows what she's talking about.
The Egyptian god
Kubla Khan.
Namor.
Namor.
With or without the package.
Yeah, no, like
You will marry me.
exactly.
but-
Apopus was the Egyptian serpent god that was known to eat the sun. That's what when I saw that, that's initially what I thought straight off the bat.
Right.
Because it was depicted like whenever they've done the things, its mouth is open facing towards the sun.
Right.
So that's what I initially thought with it. So who knows?
Anyway, that's a part of many mythos, is because of the wheel of the year is the light dark cycle, and it's so that makes sense to me. It could have been their Holly Oak King fight at the end of the year and at the end of the middle of winter. The snake swallowing the sun. It's pretty cool.
I thought the same thing until I saw the image that I'm sure we'll show later on that has the frog symbolism of the first woman. And then if you kind of interpret, serpent as the male member, and that the egg in the middle is the item which is being birthed, then it makes sense because it's coming out of the first woman being fertilized by the serpent, and then that's the whole new life, rebirth kind of thing. But I like to read into a lot of that stuff. So
no, that's a really cool observation, Tina.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things too where the egg shape is the cosmic egg. It could also be something to that effect. And this is either taking it in or fertilizing it, either one. What is it symbolizing? The destruction or the birth of? So that's a valid point. It's either or. It could be a snake eating its own tail is a cycle. So why can't this be? They have found very cool things. How the center of the tail goes through the head, like perfectly north. He was pointing at the mound here, and the mound here being the summer solstice, the winter solstice, and the one in the middle is the equinox. So you could see it over this ridge, over that ridge, and over that ridge on those days. I mean, and people are trying to say, oh, that, it might be, but it's probably not, for the stars. But he always points out that they didn't have TV. They didn't have light pollution.
No.
All their TV, their movies was the sky. Imagine, going through a meteor shower. That must have been intense.
Absolutely.
13,000 years ago.
Absolutely. And you're talking about people that lived with the land. They lived with the cycles of the earth. And so when you went through winter or whatever, whether northern, southern hemisphere, whichever it was, that was a very intense period. That was make it or break it. That was, you were going to die. People are going to die.
Right.
So they take that with a high level of seriousness. The star, our sun being the closest star, I'm sure that they looked at that and I'm sorry, humans are not stupid. Well, some of us are, but when you think in those terms, you would look at the night sky and you would think those must be other places.
Right.
There must be other worlds. And I think that gives some validation to how many ancient civilizations looked at the next world or other worlds or moving on.
Yep.
The heavens that we call the stars the heavens. Why? Because people.
Oh shit! Don't play it. Sorry.
No, ancient peoples thought we moved on to those places, or had something to do with their mythos. So I would surmise. I mean, I think that a novice just beginning to read about this would surmise that, of course, the cycle of the year had a great impact on what they were building, their society, and how they lived.
Yeah, so, and I mean, think about it, Tina. From ground level, you can't tell this is a snake,
right?
So I also
to the gods.
Right, it's a message to the gods. It's a message to above. I also think from this point of view that it may not be an egg, and I might be the first one to ever say this, but could it be the pituitary gland, the pine cone? Because the pine cone was so huge in ancient mythology. Could it be, the third eye and the knowledge that it brings? I always wondered that because it's not the shape of the sun. It has more of an oval shape that represented the pituitary gland or the pine cone. So I'm saying that here first. Write another article about me, somebody. Because I mean, I already have one written about me. It's no big deal. Whatever. Check out Pounding into Comics.
I really like that, and it's kind of funny when Steven said something about people not being stupid, and I thought it was amusing when they were looking at that angle where the egg is coming out or next to the jaws of the serpent, that they were like, oh, look at those silly ancients, they were off by X many degrees. But then again, when we went, well, wait a minute, the earth was tilted a little bit differently when the mound was built, and damn, they were right on line, and we were the stupid ones,
right?
Not giving them the credit.
Right.
So.
And it doesn't align up perfectly to anything. Well, why don't we back the stars up 10,000 years? Oh, it aligns perfectly. Yeah, they're right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We are so arrogant. Not just our education system, but anybody who believes that we were smarter than ancient man is a moron. I'm sorry. They are. Ancient Egyptians, I mean, we know how intelligent they were. The knowledge they had, the ability, if they did build the Great Pyramid, which I don't think they did, but if they did, the technology, just the ability to say, we're going to move these massive, 50,000 ton stones from way the frig over there, miles to here, and we're going to build it on this platform we built and leveled, and we're going to make it perfectly to the to northeast, west, and south.
And that was after. I'm sorry.
Right. No, go ahead, man.
And that was after the Anunnaki changed our DNA and shortened our lifespans.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was the engineering.
Allegedly, we're not ancient.
Minecraft.
I'm not.
We're not ancient. We don't know that for sure.
And I'm not monetized yet, so yeah, allegedly.
Right. But the ingenuity of ancient peoples can't be underestimated.
Right.
And you're right. We have, at least in today's society, where we everything's quick. We're only thinking about the next 60 seconds. You're talking about when ancient cultures like the Mayans, who thought in the processions.
Yes.
Go thousands of years. So it's astounding to me that present day archaeologists do not take some of those things into account, and it's because of hubris. I think it's modern man's hubris to think that we are better than or smarter than the people that came before us. That's just not true.
Agree. Anybody else about that one?
I buy that too, and I think it's also a conqueror's mentality too. It's okay for us to take over this other society because they didn't deserve the land. They weren't sophisticated enough, evolved enough to make the use of it, and we have much better ability to do so.
Yeah, did any of these people go to Harvard? I went to Harvard, therefore I'm better.
Right, you are much better. Much better.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's and it's funny how all these different cultures, ancient cultures, have serpent gods, not always being evil, not always being the bad one, sometimes the one that brought you knowledge. But many have feathered serpents or serpents, and then you see here in the Americas too, serpent.
I think a lot of that has to do with the religious direction in the last 1,500 years, destroying proposing to be better than the conqueror, the conqueror's mentality, like Tina was saying,
right, and
devaluing or trying to, basically discriminating against cultures who had legends that were based on things they did not understand. What is up, Jayne Theory? Hell, sister, I miss you.
Yep, Bible, serpent, right? Serpent. It wasn't a snake, everybody. It was just said it was a serpent. Mm-hmm. Remember that.
Mm.
How you doing, Jayne? Good to see you.
It could have been just a lizard that tucked its legs, and you don't know.
Yeah, like, oh Jesus! Is
you think they were a spreader? You think the serpent was a spreader? But, they got chairs for that now,
And that's why you're not on panels with Jayne.
So the question is, those little nodule things up near the head of the snake.
Yeah.
They talked about them being, teeth, which didn't really make sense to me.
Right.
Or the wings or the horns of the serpent.
Yeah,
what if they're the testicles of?
Like this right here?
Yeah.
So you're saying it's seeding. It is seeding a egg.
Mm-hmm.
It's backwards seeding, but whatever. I figured it out. I learned how to do it.
Hey,
maybe they will too.
Don't judge how ancient people's humped. You don't know
I
how to do things.
I still think it's not an egg, and it's more of the pine cone, the pituitary gland, the knowledge.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I said it. Pretty awesome.
I think they were depicting about the 2003 game Portal. So it's a portal and they're going through it, and it's like it's a windy adventure, and there is no cake.
Okay. You're Australian. You can get away with that. I don't know. I enjoyed this episode. It was something that I find interesting because growing up in America, going to school, high school in the 90s, I was never told about mounds in school. I learned about Serpent Mound just because I was living a state away. I never went to it, which pisses me off, but we are not teaching our kids enough about the things that are around them. I don't know. It's weird to me that a lot of people didn't know about these until after school was over.
I would agree. We're not teaching enough about, the history of man, and we're spending more time on ideology.
Yes. A planetary code. Mega symbols are a planetary code. I would like to know what you mean by planetary code, because that sounds interesting. Yeah. The squirrel druids have been manipulating the weather with their crazy druidic rituals.
Yeah, squirrel druids are crazy. They're out there making storms and shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think, all right, so we had some other stuff to look at too. So let me find that. Okay, my question is this. Oh, Soul Assassin sent something. Massive Serpent Shadow. Oh, yeah, down in, I can't really show this, I don't think, because it's somebody else's YouTube channel. But it is I'll try to just show it like this. This is something that, if you're not paying attention, you won't see it. But one of the Aztec temples, certain time of day, certain time of year, they have like these, you see how it's like, first of all, I can't really back it up. Shit. Why do you want? So it's Quetzalcoatl. But going up the side of it, maybe if I killed in volume 2, you could see like these, like the pattern of the snake, and it actually moves as the day moves.
That is pretty cool. Like,
they thought of everything, these people, and we're smarter than them. Bullshit. Like, that is just brilliant that they thought, oh, you know what? Let's make it look like the snake is actually moving.
Yeah, well, they weren't playing, they weren't watching Thundercats or G.I. Joe. They were working on creativity.
Poor bastards.
It is amazing to me what ancient people did.
Right. I almost X'd myself out of this live stream.
Don't do that, man.
I've done that quite a few times. Basically, we need to collect them all and decode their meaning, and it will unlock some way for us to communicate with an advanced society. I freaking love that idea.
Yeah, that is a cool idea. So it has something to do with the chamber underneath the Sphinx, and the emerald tablets.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, man, that, when they try to tell you there's no entrances into the Sphinx, yet we have pictures of people going through the head. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Quasi-Wally or whatever his name is. I'm going to find that right now.
The things that we're not being allowed access to it's crazy. You see when the coup was going on, and they were allowing they were trying to make up extra money, so they were allowing people to pay $1,000 to go through these levels underneath Giza. It was like 7 levels down. They had these ladders.
Oh, I heard something about that. Yeah.
And so they would go through. They were only allowed to go through one of the levels, but it was underground. Like this, 7 levels of underground structures. And when they came out of it, there were the exits were, or the entrances, whatever they were. These things are like 30 feet high, 30 feet wide, and on the wall you can see the circular. The circular patterns of the tool that was being used to chip away or to smooth out the wall. And so that's machinery. That is evidence of machinery.
Right.
I don't think there's any other way to look at that.
Right.
And how are they not talking about these things? Like, how is modern Egyptology not allowing access to?
To me, Egypt's one of the worst when it comes to things like this. I mean, okay, so this, I'm going to try to get this picture, but this picture of the Sphinx is one of the oldest pictures you can find of the Sphinx. I've seen it before. And if you just look at the top of the head, I mean, it is, there is definitely, maybe it's not like a path in. Maybe there's not a tunnel down. But to lie that it was even there.
Well, I mean, look at the difference in coloration, bro.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's original. That's an original head.
Right. It was completely different. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I mean, there's been a lot that's happened, but then you look at like this, you can see the cap on the top of the head. Mm-hmm. There's also, like, there's pictures of people going in them. Ancient depictions of people going in the head.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool. I've never seen that.
Oh yeah. So there is definitely hidden chambers. Some say there's one under the ear that they plugged up. Mm-hmm, so they're saying that something in the head is definitely, there's either a chamber in the head, like you have this one where the guy's actually in it. Also underneath it.
Yeah, between the paws.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much evidence. I mean, there's this one with Wali Jaziri or whatever, or Wali, what's the guy's name?
Harwath.
That guy too.
Yeah, that hack.
Like people going down chambers. There's one that shows one below the paw. I'll have to find that one.
They did knock that nose off, didn't they?
Oh yeah. And there's legends that it was, it was what's his name? Napoleon's men taking cannon shots at it, and they prove that that's probably not true. Some people believe this is what it looks like inside, and it was an ancient, like, spiritual, like, temple inside, which would be freaking cool. Let's not forget that the head definitely is not, like, it's not
the original.
It can't be.
It's not. The weathering is completely. There's thousands of years difference.
Yeah, it's
between the
just
body and the head.
Completely different. Though when you do look at the original photos before we started doing work on it, I mean, that thing was beat up. And look at it's black on top and the rest is white. Now that could be because it was under sand. Maybe. I doubt it. There was an entrance on the back, I thought. Some people believe that there's an actual full temple inside.
Wow.
The Great Sphinx.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of, I mean, people also believe that there is a, under the paw, there's the, what's his name from Virginia? The sleeping.
Edgar Casey?
Edgar Casey said that under the paw, the left paw, I believe he said, I might be wrong, but under his left paw, there was a library. And some say there is a connection between the Great Pyramid or Pyramid 2 maybe and the Sphinx, that there's tunnels going through. I mean,
I believe that.
Yeah. I mean, this is under the Sphinx, people say.
I had always thought about those theories, and then when I got to get that video. I'll send it to you if I find it.
Yeah.
Or the article or the video that I saw. Because once you start understanding that beneath Giza there are multiple underground levels, structures that have been there for thousands and thousands of years, anything could be under there.
Right.
I would.
And what's crazy too? They called people liars that talked about it. And now we know for fact that
well, the people that call us liars, they're dead now, so we don't have to worry about protecting their egos. These are strong. Right. It's when you talk about slowly divulging information to the public, I forget forgive me, the word escapes me, the term escapes me, but what people should have known this all along. This is probably common knowledge 1,000 years ago.
Right.
The information control or the need to control the way people think and act, I think, has a lot to do with why we are not told many of the secrets openly of the the ancient sites.
Right. Very, very. I mean, think about how this thing looks. You're telling me this was a tomb? It's bullshit.
That's a power plant.
It really does look like
it's a power
looks
plant.
like some type of power plant, man.
Yeah, that's about in Minecraft.
Right. If someone just showed this, without the design of the pyramid and everything, someone would say, "Oh yeah, it's some form of technology." It's something that I mean, they even talk about like the when the Jewish people were going through the desert, L'chaim Grant, the mana machine, like they were given mana. Is it mana? No, that's anime.
Mana is not just anime, Scott.
What was the food they ate?
Manna.
It was mana, right?
Yes, there was manna, and then the other stuff, which is basically.
Don't give him any clues. Let's just see where he takes the story.
No, there was like a machine that created it, and these guys actually made the
It's
machine.
like, they had that and hummus, wasn't it? Yeah, it was hummus. Yeah.
Peanut
I hate you people. I don't know why I stream with any of you except for Tina. Let me think. Okay, so you wandered through the desert. The Exodus. That's what it was called. Exodus. Oh, wow. I am completely spelling that right there. How do you spell Exodus? Exodus.
EXO.
Yeah, O-U-S. Exodus.
Google's so smart. Thank you, Google.
Mana machine. These guys wrote a book about it.
Yeah, about how it was like there was an algae that they.
Yeah, that it collected, right? And it looked something like this. That would be the machine that they had. Taken from the Bible specs, this is what it would have came out to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Creating the food that got them through the 40 years in the desert. I knew that.
Wow.
I went to church school.
It's like a dong at the bottom.
Of course you would see a dong.
No.
Look, it's made of wood.
Yeah, of course you would see a dong. I mean, you have issues, my friend. Just be honest with yourself.
Seriously though, like, what about?
This is the book right here. This is the book right here. So it's by George Sansoon and Rodney Dale. So if you want to check out the book with the balls and the dong at the bottom, I
do actually.
Yeah, I know you do. You sick bastard.
For that wreath.
No, I mean it's cool. Whatever you believe in, buddy. We're all free around here. I find it interesting, like the ancient technology that we take as, oh, it's just a story. Someone took the time to put it together, and it created something that.
Instead it fell from heaven. Some people in the chat are saying that God created manna. Jayne said the manna fell from heaven.
Yeah, the manna fell from heaven and it appeared like dew on all of the surfaces.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when they collected it was.
Keep going though.
Hey, 22 years Catholic education, so it's obviously the Roman Catholic version of the
story.
All right, girl, tell us what's up.
But that it was actually. It wasn't, even though it looks wafer-like, it actually wasn't bread. It was likely resin left behind by like insects, and that's what they were consuming along with the quail. Along with the quail.
Okay.
The what? The quail?
Desert quail, yeah, bird.
Like quail eggs?
Yes.
Ah, interesting. That part I did not know.
No, me neither. Thank you. I learned something tonight.
A giant flock of quails flew in, darkening the sky and landing noisily amidst their camp. I knew that part. I'm not reading that right now. Whatever. No big whoop. Okay, there is something where this machine was made and you guys are all wrong and you should read the book, Jayne.
What the description for the Ark? I had heard that if like the Ark of the Covenant, it could possibly conduct electricity, like the way that it was described
gold
in the book.
I mean, it's
if it has gold, copper, and acid involved, then it'll make electricity.
Yeah. Dummy.
I was just trying to make talk. My
You don't make talk, you do talk.
Okay, I'm gonna find more about this damn book.
Do it too.
The mana machine.
I just pasted the link to Wikipedia for the mana machine, and it gives you the name of the book, the author, and a little summary.
Yeah, and we're gonna look at it.
Yeah, Rodney Dale was the guy who wrote the book.
I already said that. I already talked about that part.
Oh, okay.
We're all smarter now.
You say Dick Trickle?
Back what? And then you ask why people say things about you.
What?
You're always talking about schlongs, dicks, trees.
I was asking for clarity.
Yeah. We all ask for your clarity. The machine was reproduced by Sassoon, who was an engineer who followed the directions given in the Ancient of Days, and he claimed it created a food source of algae.
In the top corner like that, it kind of does look like balls in a
It
shark.
really does.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks like something from Spaceballs.
I'm the weird one.
No, but you are, because you weren't even looking at that picture.
I only noticed it when it was the fourth, the main focal point of the picture.
Right.
It was up 0.8 seconds before you noticed it.
So, they say that a nuclear reactor used to power the mana machine was stored within the Ark of the Covenant. Makes sense. The Ark was supposed to have powered the machine to run continuously, producing mana for 6 days, and on the 7th day the machine would be taken apart for cleaning so it could run the following week. This is where the Sabbath, the holy day of rest, is thought to have originated. This knowledge was preserved within the Jewish Kabbalah that the author claimed to have correctly decoded to support this claim. When you say it's Kabbalah, Jane.
So they would clean the balls, and that would be the day of the rest.
Is he still here?
Okay. I want to read that book though at the end.
The Kabbalah Decoded.
Yeah, because a new translation of ancient days text of the Zohar, and the Zohar is like a group of books, kind of similar to the Torah. Of
the Torah, the Torahs, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the texts of Zohar talk a lot about the creation of the earth and interpreting the book of Genesis and stuff.
I knew that. I didn't know that.
You totally did.
I didn't. Hi, Katina. Good to see you. Just wanted to say hello. Just chat. Just lurking. Not feeling good tonight. Aw. Everyone give a heart for Katina because we love her. Put it in the chat, people.
There's nothing like love when you're being ordered to do it. Now.
I don't know how we got to mana, but this is interesting. I go anywhere. I kind of want to read this book now.
Yeah, so do I.
It's interesting. It is interesting, right? So maybe not in the Bible as you Christians know it, but the Kabbalah, maybe Kabbalists might know what they're talking about. I knew it fell from heaven personally, but yeah, I'm gonna go with that. See, there's some hearts. More hearts from Sporking News Podcast.
You had to out-heart everybody. Like, you had to put every freaking emoji in there.
I didn't.
Typical bloody Scott overdoing everything.
Are you the King James version? Are you talking about the King James version of the Bible?
Yeah, not the one from the movie with the blind guy, the actual proper one.
The King James one where he's like, no, I don't like that. Change it. And say Jesus was 6'2" with the blonde hair. I like that too.
Yep. That's not good. Mary, no, she wasn't a horse. She was this. There we go. And done. There we go.
Yeah.
So see, King James was the one who made Mary the whore. In the original text, she wasn't.
Right.
And the reason why they made her out to be why they made her out to be a whore is because the Pope at the time had a desire to reduce the involvement of women in Christianity.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I mean, before
Pope Mardigan, yeah.
Pope Mardigan, yes.
That's awesome.
Definitely Pope
Can we
Mardigan.
get a meme?
Yeah,
is anybody in the Legion out there?
I know someone had to hear that one. Pope Mardigan would be great.
Yes.
Just no women. But you're absolutely right, because women were way more involved. She was most likely considered as equal to his 12 disciples, and maybe even at a higher level. Some even say relationship. I'm not saying they did, but relationship. Others say that she was a teacher, and that when it came to was it the Council of Nicaea that booted women completely?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Women.
That
was yeah. The Council of Nicaea. They definitely booted women out, and
Not a fig, it's an apple. They're growing apples on Avalon.
I actually think it was the worst mistake they ever made in the Catholic Church.
They've done some other shady things.
Let me rephrase that.
All my ancestors are yelling right now. Go ahead.
One of the biggest first mistakes they made, because by taking women.
First mistakes?
Did I say it like that? I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
The first,
Keep up, Scott. Thank you.
the first big. Okay, it's a big mistake. Let's just say
the first of many big mistakes.
Maybe that's what I was trying to say. Because think about this: you get rid of women, then you make them celibate. Guys celibate.
You know why they made them celibate?
Because they were humping.
No, because priests
because
back then were allowed to pass on land.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Stephen! I can't believe we're like in sync. That's awesome. Yes, that's exactly true. Most people don't know that.
Stephen, that was
absolutely
impressive.
nothing to do about.
They end up thinking, so it's normal.
Yeah, I mean, because when you're taught Catholicism as a child, they tell you, oh, it's because no one should be more important to a priest than God, and if a priest was married or had children, then they would consider family possibly more important than God, so therefore weren't allowed to get married. But honestly, it was because they were giving away church land to their sons.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The church was losing more and more land, thus they would have, less.
Welcome Zaxx to the channel. I'm sorry, but welcome Zaxx. There he is. That is Stephen's child, who he was going to pass land to, and the church won't allow it. Just so you know. Hi, Zaxx. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I just want to say something quick because I want to confront Stephen Walton about something.
Shit! Hold on.
Listen, Stephen, I appreciate it, and I'm curious a bit now, more than I was before. But I'm not gay, so stop sending me pictures of your serpent mound. It's interesting.
I mean, I didn't ask for your address anything other than to send you wine and then pictures of the harness, the ceiling harness. I'm actually, because you made me a little curious the other day, and I'm just, I'm not gay,
But I mean, not all the way, but I'm just saying it's a little bit weird. But in the butt, yes, the harness is way too small. It's not going to fit me.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Right,
we're back. We gave you guys some time. We're going to put you right next to each other.
Right. Ooh,
also, make sure you check out the poll in the chat.
Oh, we have a poll?
We have a poll. Who's trying to put out their poll?
Well,
always goes right there, doesn't he?
Zaxx is here. It's not going to stop now.
Oh, thinking of polls.
Speaking of polls, I'm very proud of the chat. I did not receive any images of uncircumcised penises through Twitter DM, so that was kind of a minor miracle.
Wow. Chat, this is a really important poll. So you need... Right now it's we're up. It was 50-50. Now it's 57-43. Back to 50-50.
Hold on. What's up with this poll?
No. You stay here. Everybody stay here. Make sure you're keeping tabs on. We only have 8 votes in, people. There's more people here. We got at least 23. So make sure you're voting. Steven, you can't vote.
What is the poll? I don't even know what
we won't find the poll.
Aimed at
No,
me?
we'll talk about it later. It's not important. Make sure you do this poll.
You know who's here, though?
Important.
The Ginger Ninja.
What's up?
I want you to see something, Ginger. Look at this right here. Look, that's you. That's you right there.
Wow.
That's you.
Talented guy.
And then there's a casino chip below you.
Tina, are you getting circumcised penises sent to you then? Did I miss that part?
No, she wants full flip. It's the whole.
Okay.
In a previous chat, I once commented that I had never actually seen an uncircumcised penis. So then Spork predicted that I was going to receive multiple via DM and Twitter, and I was actually kind of, impressed that I didn't receive a single one.
Well,
Damn it!
I did send you a picture of Richard Branson and go, here's my dick pic. But
yes, right next to my pretty mouth. Not dicks. His picture.
Do you like it with a head or a silkworm stuffed with yams, Ninja?
What just happened?
I don't. I don't know.
What's the next book? How to derail a stream in one sentence.
He could do a short. Maybe it'll help his channel.
Wow.
Don't hate, because I tagged every damn person I could in that.
Yeah, you're still monetized.
Speaking of monetization, how's it going with you, Zaxx?
Yeah, Zaxx, monetization. We're going off topic for a minute.
Yeah, they're still doing the same thing to me, even though I have nothing on there that's reused. They just every month. It's the same thing. It comes back in a couple hours, says reused content, and then I ask what content, and they say reused content, and like which one?
I just got that too.
I don't know.
Is it like, do I have to delete every single video?
Do you question? Do you like have any other platforms that you're using, like Instagram?
It's called Rumble.
Rumble, yep, Rumble.
I don't know, because I know that I forget who it was, but someone was saying that. YouTube will come after you if you use something that you've used on another platform. Like they want it to be platform specific to YouTube.
Really?
Yes.
That's bullshit.
Well, I'm testing the waters right now because I throw my TikTok videos up on Lodana's channel. So, and they haven't said anything yet, but I'm not monetized. So,
right. I only send stuff there. Like I don't. It backs up there, so I don't send stuff there initially. But yeah, I guess maybe that could be it. But they could say that, and that would help.
Yeah,
that would be nice. Yeah,
and I would also tell them that's freaking like blackmail, and that's messed up. That they would want that. That's why they won't tell you directly.
And I asked them, what's the minimum number of videos you have to get monetized, and they won't tell me, but there is a minimum. They said you have to have a certain amount, but they won't tell me what that amount is.
I've never heard that before.
Neither have I.
How many videos do you have?
I know you can get monetized on 8 videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hours.
Yeah, there was a channel who just did little 1 minute short, like shorts, but not shorts, just short videos, 1 to 2 minutes. He had three videos up by the time he hit 100,000, and he got monetized after his first one. So
I need that formula, MrGrantGregory. Who was that?
I'll get rid of most of them. Really. The ones that are past don't do a ton for you after a while.
Right.
People don't go back and watch live streams from 6 months ago, generally.
No.
Can we make a lot of noise in the community? I know that there's some people that lurk that watch some of us on our channels, and we appreciate you watching us. But seriously, we've all been through the grind. All of us have had to go through this at some point. We've had to fight for our ability to keep our channel or to get monetized or keep monetization at some point. So can we all make some noise for Zaxx? Because there's no reason why he should not be monetized at this point.
Me
and Sport.
Yeah, and my channel you're on, you piece of shit. Yes,
you can take care of yourself.
No, that's bullshit.
He's got more subs. I'm kissing his ass. Chill.
Yeah, you really are. God, you're pathetic. Put you down here.
The thing is like I've never had a strike on my channel, nothing like that. So
look at you.
I don't even have claims. I deleted everything with a claim. They still said reuse content. I don't know.
Me too.
He's even inclusive.
Did you make a video? Did you make the video?
Yeah, they didn't watch it.
Let me guess.
They didn't watch it.
No, 0 views.
What?
Oh my god, this is getting messed up, man.
And they
poll's
said
finished, by the way.
Oh, what is the poll? E-Hacker, what up, baby? Love my man.
Dude?
Love my man. That picture of your kid at the swing, that was awesome, man. That was awesome. No view, huh?
Didn't watch
it. Because I'm gonna make the video too, and I feel like I'm not gonna get anywhere with it.
I was careful not to open that video once I put it up. I left it unlisted, did what they said, and didn't touch it, didn't watch it. And then I got the response saying, "We watched your video. We carefully reviewed your video." They didn't say watch it, reviewed it, and didn't. And you didn't prove ownership of blah blah blah. And so the whole video, I wasn't proving ownership of anything. I was showing them how I make a video, which is what they ask you to do, which is StreamYard, and then I edit the live stream and put out a clip of it. And so I still no views on it ever. So I asked them about that on Twitter, and they eventually got back to me and said, "Well, we have a system whereby we don't have to watch your video to review your video."
What?
So I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like saying I don't have to hear your opinion to know it's shit.
That's rough, dude. Yeah. I don't know what to do now. Like that's rough.
I hope you have better results, but I think they just don't. I think
do it as Edwin.
Ooh, maybe I should think about that.
They
if I go as Edco, they can't, stop me.
You got to get a manual review, but I don't know how to make them do that. So the AI stuff, I don't even know if it checks. It just like, yeah, it's still the same thing. Okay.
I think that there's a group of people. It's almost like the chain block, like the dance slot chain block. It's almost like the chain block. If you are known to be in a certain indie sphere or a certain cluster of YouTubers, I think they just got a whole group of people that sit in a room and go deny. Honestly.
How many times have you tried for remonetization?
4.
Oh,
okay, so you can do it more than that. I know it used to be able to only do it 3 times and they would stop you, so you can do it more than that then.
I can still do it next month too. It says you can reapply in 30 days.
All right, so how long do you got? You got 30 days from now?
Yeah.
To do it?
Oh, 30 days from the 30th. So
yeah, let's all make a lot of fucking noise.
Yeah, it's not. There's something that's going on behind the scenes because I was able to redo my monetization, and I had a 3-hour window between when I applied for it to when I got denied for it. In that time on my channel, I usually get about 2,000 or 3,000 views an hour. I got 12 in 3 hours, and then the moment that my claim got denied, the views went back up through the roof.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Really?
So you're denied too?
Yep.
And Scott's demonetized too.
Yep. You should have saw what happened to mine. The day they took the strikes off my channel, my views went from like 100,000 to bloop. Everything went bloop.
You're completely out of the algorithm.
Like the next day, they just dropped me out of everything. Like Rumble. Oh God, Rumble is the way to go, I guess.
What was weird with my shorts is when I got that demonetization, they pushed them harder. So my views kept going up and up and up after. Yeah. And then I took them down. I deleted them eventually, but like I watched them go up day by day. I was getting millions of views a day on these shorts. And after I had been, I'm not a partner material, but please watch these videos.
So weird, man.
Yeah.
Doesn't YouTube want to make money? I mean, I don't understand the content denial.
Little tags on the bottom of your videos that are advertisements, which you get 0 revenue for.
The thing is, Tina, is that the YouTube, the platform, and I appreciate being on that platform. Thank you guys very much. But the YouTube is going more corporate. You know, it used to be a wild west where independent creators would come out and just create their content and work with one another and create a career from it. But now they're promoting, the Brie Larsons, and they're promoting the mainstream network type personalities, and that's where they're making their money now. They don't give a damn about small creators.
Yep. Hey, real quick, I got to bounce out. I got to be on a bigger channel. So you guys keep talking because Grant, you have control, right?
No, I can't. I've got no control on this thing.
Okay, keep talking. All right, we're gonna have to end it. Show me what you want to show me then.
Yeah. So this is the part where I applied for the monetization and it was going through. Nothing got rejected. There you go. Now it's bounced back.
That's so crazy, man.
Wow.
I don't get it. But we do have to end the show. I got to go over to Comics Division because I'm special and he likes me. So screw it. Yeah, I won't tell him I know you. But thank you guys. We're going to be here next Wednesday. I think we're going to do episode 7 and 8 next Wednesday to close it out because the following
Monday.
It's weird because we usually do it Mondays.
Yeah, Monday. I think I meant Monday.
I'm going to be on the Flaccid tonight. 30 minutes on the Flaccid Phoenix channel.
Yeah,
nice.
In 30 minutes, people.
30 minutes. Good guy. I guess that's impressive.
Yeah, wow, that is impressive.
You can either go with Dix or Flaccid. Come on, guys.
Yeah, Dix is probably.
Make your choice.
No, give Flaccid. I'm just gonna go and hang out with Carrie, and those guys. So it's no big one.
No big deal.
No big deal. But next Monday we're gonna do the last 2 episodes. So the following one we can start the Beatles thing we were gonna do with that 70s rock guy, whatever his name is, and a couple other people. So it'll be kind of fun. But thank you guys for being here. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Tina, as always.
You are quite welcome. I love hanging with you guys, and the topic is awesome.
Thank you, Walton. Tell them where they can find you.
Please check.
Okay, and
that's the best. It's always funny.
You
got his true feeling. He was like, fuck.
Grant, thank you very much, guys. I'm over 2010. Thank you so guys very much. We appreciate you. Please check us out, Rogue Entertainment. This Saturday, guests will be Mega Reacts and Captain Infinity. So come check us out.
Nice. Zaxx, tell them where they can try to save your channel.
You can find me at Zaxx on YouTube. That's my my handle, and I'm going to be with the Flacids a little bit later tonight.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Grant?
Yeah, I'm around. You'll see me soon.
Okay, that was special. All right.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. We're going to do the intro as the outro because it's so cool. Peace.
Who does these for you? I need better stuff.
Yeah, you can't afford them.
I'm still monetized.
Oh shit! See, that's good. You were able to do that.
Yeah, that's the zinger that you.
That was the zinger we were waiting for.
How do you flag a channel?
I go to Walter, and the author. Go report.
Yeah, Walton does know. I mean, he's flagged mine.
I would never.
No, never.
Mr. 5K.
He was doing it with tears. I'm sorry.